Hello and welcome to Sonic Sourcery, where we create magic with sound. I'm Stefan Key, your Sonic Sorcerer, and in this video we're going to have a look at how to work with isochronic tones. First we're going to have a look at what they are, and then I'm going to show you two ways how you can create them in Ableton, and then we're going to bring the new knowledge into practice by creating an example where we create a small journey to reduce anxiety using isochronic tones. So here we are on the website Ambient, and this is a website where you can buy all kinds of brainwave entrainment sounds and journeys depending on the issues that you have or depending on what you're looking for. And this website claims that isochronic tones are more powerful than binaural beats in terms of brainwave entrainment. If you're new to this, I recommend you to check out my video on binaural beats and how to create them. But if you already know what brainwave entrainment means, then what is the difference between isochronic tones and binaural beats? So in the simplest terms, an isochronic tone is a tone being switched on and off very quickly. The speed at which the tone is switched on and off is measured in hertz. So this is like how a 10 hertz isochronic tone looks like. And this pulsing of the sound is basically creating the brainwave entrainment effect. So the brain will respond to those frequencies and adjust accordingly, right? So here they're talking about the benefits about isochronic tones. They produce a more distinct tone or beat, which results in a stronger cortical evoked response in the brain, making the stimulation more effective. So that is the claim here. I leave that up to you to find that out for yourselves. You don't require headphones. That's a big one, of course. So you can also use that in whatever yoga classes or settings where there is no headphones and where there's speakers. So that's definitely a big plus. And yeah, and what he's doing, what we don't have a look at right now is you can even stimulate each side of the brain with the different frequency of the beat, but that's something more advanced that we're going to have a look into another video. All right, so let's hop into Ableton and let's see how we can create the isochronic tones. So here I am in Ableton 10, and I already got an operator from the browser here, right? You go to the instruments, operator, and then just drag it in. And what we have here is our different oscillators. We just need oscillator 1 here. And again, in order to create a specific frequency, we're going to set this to fixed. And now I can set a frequency value. For now it's set to 100 hertz. Let's see how that sounds. Right, this is a 100 hertz sine wave if I play the note now. And it doesn't matter which note I'm playing because it's fixed. So it's only giving me this 100 hertz tone. But what we want is, we want this to pulse, right? So it's very easy to achieve that with an audio effect, which is called AutoPen. So I go to audio effects, and I go to AutoPen, and then I set the amount to 100%. So now it's moving from left to right, but we want to adjust the phase. So we put the phase all the way to 360, and now it's basically just a pulsing sound. Right? And now we can set the rate that we want the tone to pulse. For instance, 8 hertz, a theta brainwave. And what you can do now is you can even change the shape if you want. To make it more like a distinct tone. Or make it more soft, smooth and round. It really depends. like this has more like an attacky sound to it. You can change also the waveforms, so like that for instance. Then it's even more clicky. I don't recommend to use random because that will result in random tones, and this sounds like that. Super chaotic, that's not what you want. So one of the three. The sine wave is the most obvious one. Right? So that's one way. You just choose a tone, a frequency, and then you go to AutoPan, you go to the amount 100%, you go to the phase of 360 degrees, so it's only basically turning it on and off. And this is the rate, and this will be the value that you set for your isochronic tone, right? So if you want like 4.5 hertz, which is shamanic consciousness, and you set that and you play the tone, and here you have your isochronic tone. So that's one way to do it. I show you another way just for the sake of completion, and this is how I usually did it, you know, because in my understanding it was turning something on and off. So I'm using an LFO to turn on and off this oscillator, right? So if we go to Max for Live and we search for LFO, and we find it here and just drag it. And now I go from sine wave to square because I want this on-off feeling. And now I go to map and I map this oscillator on-off here. So now you can see it's turning it on and off. Right, now I have a isochronic tone of 1 hertz. Again, I can set that to 4.5. You know, and now it's turning it on and off and creating this 4.5 isochronic tone. So the interesting thing is, you know, like if we have a look at the case study or like an example on how to apply that, we can actually use different frequencies here. And I thought, why not using a Solfeggio frequency, right? So let's have a look at the example here from the website again. So we go to the website. So this is a journey that has been created for anxiety relief, and we sort of want to mimic it. So basically, here you see the outline of the session. If you have a closer look, they start at around 12 hertz, which is like a low alpha, and then they go all the way down to 8.5, leave you there for a bit, and then slowly ramp it up to alpha again. So we can use this as a guideline for our journey. And I have already created something, so we're going to get rid of this now. So here I have another operator, right? And this time I chose a Solfeggio frequency, 396 hertz, which is related to releasing fear. So that's what we want. We want to create a journey that reduces anxiety. So now instead of having a random frequency, I'm having actually a Solfeggio frequency as a carrier wave for the isochronic tone, and that sounds like that. Right? So let's put it to where they started, around 12. And then I just added some sounds, you know, like to support the mood. So I took some sounds from my Deep Shamanic Journeys template, like a drone sound. And then a pad sound. Like relaxing piano. And then of course some nature sounds. They instantly help to relax. And then I just added, you know, some flute. And ocarina. So this will be the foundation for our journey. So what we will do first is we're going to create an automation for the isochronic tone. We're going to set up the isochronic tone over time. And in this example, I think it's a pretty long journey. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. For the sake of the demonstration, I just make like 15 minutes now. So what we want to do is we're going to go to the operator here. I select 15 minutes, like I hold that here. Select 15 minutes around here. And then right click, insert MIDI clips. So now I have a MIDI clip that is 15 minutes long. And it doesn't matter which note I'm playing. I can just extend that. And now I drag it all the way to the end. And now you see I have this 15-minute long MIDI clip. And if I click here, I can actually access it. And what we need to do now is we need to go to automation. So if I enable this automation here, we can see already the last parameter that I clicked on, which in this case is the rate, which resembles our isochronic tone frequency, is already selected. So it's already at 12. So let's bring it down over the course of we have 50 minutes, let's say 2 minutes. And then we added the value here and we bring it down to 8.5, right? So over 2 minutes, it's going down to 8.5 and then it stays there for quite a while. And then the last 2 minutes, it's ramping up to kind of 15 or something. So let's check again the scope here. Starting at 12, going down to 8.5, staying there, and then ramping up to, 14. So we're pretty close. So now we have set up the isochronic tone. This will change the value over time. I'm not using the LFO in this case because I think this sounds a bit softer. So all I need to do now is just copy and paste the sounds from the session view. So I'm going to the session view, first starting with the nature sounds, the forest, copy the clip, and then I find the same channel number 5, right? So I go here, copy the clip, paste it, Command C, Command V, drag it all the way. Because it's looped, I can just drag it as long as I want. 15 minutes. Right, if you double click, you can see loop is activated, so I can just drag it. And the same we do for the water stream. And the same we do for the drone. And I have 2 drones actually, like I have drone number 1 and then the same drone in octave higher, which we will use for the end because it helps getting us back into our consciousness, like the alpha state, because higher frequencies relate to higher energy. So yeah, let's bring in the pad from here, something like that. And then the instruments, the flutes first. All the way until here, and then the ocarina chords pretty much after. Until here or something like that. And then I think we should be good to go. We just need our fades. So what I do now is on the master channel, I poured an audio effect called utility. And this allows me to automate the gain without having to touch the master. I don't want to touch the master fader here. I could also automate a master volume, but I don't want that. I want that to be able to be adjusted. So instead I can use the utility which allows me to change the volume without having to touch the fader, the master fader. So let's just create a fade in. So I highlight that with the left mouse, and then this is highlighted, and then I right click and insert shape. I choose this kind of curve coming up, and let's see how that sounds. Oh, we want to start here. So now we hear it fading in. And you can see the rate is slowly changing, starting at 12 and then going down. And remember, we have like a Solfeggio frequency now, which increases the effect of calming and releasing fear. And let's see how it sounds with the pad. Maybe we also want to fade in the pad individually. Now it's coming. Oh, it's fine like that. So let's just see to the end. We want to bring in the higher drone. So let's see where this ends, right here. And we do the same automation again for the end. So we select this part here and select the opposite shape. Maybe we can already start the pad here, because this is where the energy starts to ramp up. Float is coming in. And you can see with the volume, you know, like they say it should be distinctive, like you should be able to hear the tone. Like the louder the tone, the more successful the entrainment. Yeah, I think that's a good volume, -15 for now. Okay, and let's just check how the transition is from one drone to the other here. I think we can fade out the pad here. Okay, maybe that's too early. I actually want to have the transition as this fades out, this fades in. Maybe we can make a crossfade. Yeah, and this is when we come back to our normal waking consciousness. Still relaxed, but Actually, maybe let's put both. Let's have this one and then insert another audio track and then just have the other one on top, because I think it could be nice if both play together. Yeah, that's nicer. So we still have that kind of low frequency there. All right, and now all you have to do is selecting everything here with the loop brace, highlight it, and then go to File, Export Audio. And then you can choose if you want it WAV or MP3. If you want an MP3, you can turn the WAV off, or you want both. Just hit Export, give it a name, and then you will have it as MP3 and WAV. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and you get an idea now how to create isochronic tones within Ableton. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and for those who support me on the Academy, either the Adepts or the Mages, you will be able to download this Ableton set and all the other Ableton sets in my recent and upcoming videos. And yeah, if you want to join an Academy of Sonic Wizards that support and empower each other to create magic with sound, you might want to check out the Academy. There's a lot of beautiful benefits that you get by joining. Starting with as little as $5 a month, you will be able to join our intimate circle of Sonic Wizards, where we give feedback to each other and exchange projects and ideas, and where we join weekly online meetings with coaching, and where Academy members can showcase their projects on the channel and get feedback. And yeah, more benefits as the price goes up, like private classes, discount codes. You can check all about the benefits on the website. I will leave a link in the video description, and I hope to see you in the Academy. Until next time.